Welcome back to the channel, Pioneers. We are back with Satisfactory today. Let's see what crazy builds we got going on today. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Hey guys, welcome back to episode 9. This episode is a little longer because of the holiday and me taking a week off to spend time with the family, but we are back to the grinding stone. Last episode, we couldn't get to phase 4, so in my downtime, I set up this base to finish it while I was away. So let's start by finishing phase 4. As you can see, all filled up. Let's load, seal, and send.
Welcome to the Pioneers Got Power Problems presentation. That was a joke. Anyway, you're familiar with the process. Just throw the lever and the automated systems will take over. Imagine all the time and effort that would be wasted if you had to do all that work as well. Some work is just better suited for machines. Phase 5 contains technology the human brain cannot comprehend, so just trust in me and fix-it policy and everything will go as planned. Answering all your questions will take time we simply do not have. Everything is going to be just fine, so long as you do your job. We've come this far together after all, haven't we? Anyway, you know what to do. Just don't forget to keep producing previous project parts, and plan ahead when setting up new production lines, and make sure not to leave it all until the last moment.
Damn, coming at me like that, Ada? Thinking I don't know about the space-time continuum?
Phase 4 of Project Assembly completed. If style was measured in my performance reports, yours would be something special. Regardless, saving the day is within our grasp. Do not lose focus now. You must understand the weight on your shoulders, but you are not alone. I am here, and I know exactly what's at stake. This goes beyond Earth. Your actions will affect the universe at large. You might think I am exaggerating. Perhaps you will understand once you finish Project Assembly. Phase 5 awaits. I expect your best work.
With us adding rockets to this thing, I think we are building a spaceship, but a circle ship seems odd. So now that phase 4 is complete, let's see what unlocks we can do before we need to build more of a base. So it looks like the first unlock, matter conversion. This unlock comes with a new building, the converter, which will be a game changer for the Lizard Doggo challenge. It can convert other ore into each other. Like you can make iron ore into bauxite, which is crazy and opens up a ton of other options. But with this lockout, we get a lot of the same as well, like recipes, which are fix-it ingot, fix-it trigon, diamonds, time crystal, also comes with a space elevator part, biochemical sculptor, and a few things we already know learned from the MAM, like scanning for SAM ore, reanimated SAM fluctuators. This unlock requires 100 fused modular frames, 250 radio controlled units, and 500 cooling systems.
Milestone reached. The converter uses strange alien matter, abbreviated to SAM, to break down and transform materials at their most fundamental levels. I am sure even you can appreciate the power to manipulate atomic bonds. Most importantly, you are now able to locally create fixite, a highly adaptable synthetic metal, ideal for any kind of construction. It is everything we need to save the day, and perhaps its admirable qualities can inspire you.
So now that we have something to work towards, and skimming down the line a little bit, I have made a plan for this next and last base. Maybe last base. So here's where my next base will be. But I'm concerned with some of this foliage. I don't know all of it is able to be cleared out, but let's take a stab at it at clearing this all out. Well, not everything was destroyable, but most of it was. The only things that last are those giant coral type trees. Mushrooms you can blow up, and smelly rocks as well. So, just like an infection, to spread and exploit this area to something we like. Foundations, almost as far as the eye can see. Clean. But now it's time to bring our ore into the base. And it's a lot of different types. Did I mention oil too? This build has it all, but first I need to run all my lines here. So let's see what we got in this area. So here's my first ramp of supplies. We have 3 lines of coal due to the 2800 coal per minute we will need for this build. Then we also have catatarium ore, bauxite ore, and sand ore. But that's not all. See over here, we have oil rigs being pumped up from all the way down there. Most of this will be used for the project, but some of it will be extra and actually be used for more power. Then we have a few more lines like quartz, copper ore, and iron, and over here are the last 2 lines of coal, which gets us up to the amount we need in total. While building this, I saw a new creature that I'd never seen before. It doesn't drop anything, no, but it looks cool. It's kind of like those stink flowers, but evolved and can move around. And this big guy, while I was building this ramp down here, there was a rock that was destroyable, but when I blew it up, this guy and like 10 smallies charged out. Luckily, I was still up here to take them out by range. But since we have some recipes unlocked, and some of them are being used for later unlocks, let's start what we can of this base and start stockpiling materials. So with the recipes unlocked that we have, this is the base I came up with. It's not everything that we're going for from this base, but at least it'll allow us to unlock the next unlock, which is quantum encoding. This unlocks quantum encoder, which takes in 2 solids and 2 liquids. This building will be a game changer for Lizard Dogga Challenge because it can make batteries, which I found out still need to be collected on free build mode, but we will figure that out later. Next, we got a couple of new fluids like excited photonic matter and dark matter. Some new recipes like dark matter crystals, superposition oscillators, and neuroquantum processors. And lastly, the space elevator part AI expansion server. This unlock requires 50 time crystals, 100 fix-it trigons, 200 turbo motors, and 400 supercomputers.
Milestone reached. This is not a competition, but other pioneers, such as 83CKY and U531355, had already completed project assembly by this point. Fixit was obviously wrong about you, but perhaps so was I. Regardless, you have finally unlocked the quantum encoder, which requires vast fluctuating power and excited photonic matter to produce highly complex parts. Do not make the same mistakes managing the resulting dark matter residue as you did other byproducts. Project part number 11, the AI expansion server, is now your highest priority. Galaxy-wide project management is taxing to even the most advanced among us, especially those who have to manage the less advanced. Like kittens and puppies, who are definitely still waiting for you to save them.
Now that we have some new things unlocked, I decided to add them to the base, so we should be up to date of what we're able to make so far. But we are waiting on one more building to be able to finish this build. So it might not be this next one because this is Fix-It Blueprint Designer Mark III. Like with the Mark II, it's just another slightly better blueprint maker, but this unlock requires 100 neuro quantum processors, 250 time crystals, 500 Fix-It trigons, and 500 fused modular frames.
Milestone reached. The Blueprint Designer Mark III allows for 20% increased blueprint size in all dimensions, for an overall 71.2% increase in volume. Sadly, I doubt we will see equivalent increases in your efficiency.
So I realized after that unlock, I could actually build more things here. So I added them in. As you can see to the right, I started the plastic and power production, which is fueling 19 fuel generators. So this base is actually going to be self-sufficient with all that power generated. But in the back, you will start to see a computer line to make the neuro quantum processor. So this base is actually done. I think I was expecting it to be bigger. As you can see, I have a lot of dead space to the left. But let's finish off tier 9 and maybe even phase 5. Next unlocks spatial energy regulation. This comes with 2 buildings, the main port and satellite port. I haven't used these yet because I guess they require the recipe here, which will be the last recipe I know of, which is Singularity Cell. These fuel portals and part of the space elevator part, ballistic warp drive. So we need to start building them before we can mess around with these. This unlock requires 100 superposition oscillators, 250 turbo motors, 500 radio control units, and 1,000 SAM fluctuators.
Milestone reached. Instant travel between chosen locations will be possible as soon as the main and satellite portals are built and paired. Do not ask me how it works. Not because I don't understand dimensional dispersal theory and the cross-warp applications of liminal peer-regulated parallel fibrillator nanocells, for example. But because you do not need to know. You go in one end, you come out the other. It's a door. Thankfully, the construction of project part number 12, the ballistic warp drive, can be automated and requires no manual input from you, so I'd say we're relatively safe. If you disagree about my assessment of your capabilities, you are free to attempt a study and replication of either portal or warp technology. After you're done with project assembly.
And finally, the last milestone unlock, peak efficiency. This unlocks new conveyor belts and lifts at speeds of 1,200 pieces per minute. This will be crucial for later Lizard Doggo Challenge videos. Then the 2 recipes, last one's Fixinium and Fixitinium Fuel Prod. Sorry, those made up words are hard to say, which we won't be using this playthrough, but this is what I was talking about, how to get rid of plutonium waste. This burns clean and no byproducts. This unlock requires 250 time crystals, 250 Fix-It trigons, 5,000 Aclad aluminium sheets, and 10,000 iron plates.
Milestone reached. After close scrutiny, 2 problems were identified in Mark V conveyor belts. The first was the belt part, so force fields have been implemented in the Mark VI instead, to maximize transfer speeds. The second problem is inefficient pioneers, but sadly no remedy is available for this severe impediment. Yet.
So after all of that, I was wrong. I have to build a small satellite base like I did for the heavy modular frames. So I made this base. It's just a bit away from our mega aluminium base, but we need to make singularity cells. because they are the last piece we need for space elevator parts. So now it's time to get that process started. Okay, here we are. These are all producing the missing 3 space elevator parts. I don't know if through the video if you could see it, but the nuclear pasta was being built the whole time I was building my base. So now we just have these last 3 parts. So now that we are full up, now let's finish phase 5 and see what Ada has in store for us, because I have zero idea if there's any more than this. So let's see.
Unsurprisingly, here's another presentation, but don't worry, I have improved it. This last delivery will be the most important action you have ever taken. Perhaps you want to take a moment to contemplate the gravity of your achievements. Alright, that's enough. This is the end of the Save the Day program. All you need to do is wait for the automated Phase 5 construction to complete. Simply throw the lever and further instructions will be supplied when relevant. Phase 5 completed. Return to the space elevator after the resources have been processed and added to project assembly. Launch can then be initiated from there. While waiting, please do not break anything. Solve any issues immediately and efficiently. Ensure your power network is stable. Perhaps it is best if you do not touch anything at all. And stay close to the space elevator. This will only take a moment. Initiating project assembly. Assembly. Attaching cargo to main body. Leveling inner and outer rings. Attaching propulsion to main body. Fuel lines connected. Attaching control center to main body. Running systems check. All systems online. Releasing propulsion cage. Releasing clamps. Running pre-launch checks and calculating flight path. Locking in cargo. Launch in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, liftoff. Connection with QAR-437 nucleus established and stable. Dispersion initiated. Reinstancing master nucleus to QAR-436 Akicha, B1. Hello, this is Ada, your new local instance of Ada. On behalf of Ada, myself, and all of Fixit, I want to congratulate you on saving the day. Every single kitten and puppy would thank you if they could. You have proven yourself to be a worthwhile and productive member of the human race, and have contributed something to this universe that will forever change it. Thanks to your achievements, the next generation of pioneers can now take to the stars and construct, automate, explore and exploit, alongside me. Additionally, you have been promoted to local production manager, effective immediately. Your duties to project assembly may be complete, but your duties to Fixit remain. With your help, Fixit continues to make the universe a better place. Stay efficient. Stay with Fixit.
So as I thought, Phase 5 was the end. It looks like we made another Ada to go torment another Pioneer somewhere in the universe. Kind of makes you feel we might actually been created by a Pioneer and that we aren't actually human, but it's hard to say. So since this was the end of the story, I feel there's more things in the MAM that comes from the spheres and sloops unlocks. So an extra video will be made for next week, just finishing those little tidbits up, because this video did run quite long. But needless to say, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below if there's anything else you might want to see. But if you've watched the whole series, I hope I earned your sub today. Next up for Satisfactory, we'll be starting my Lizard Doggo Challenge, which is all about 100% efficiency. So if you want more gameplay video, I will probably start those in about 2 weeks. I want to test some things out on the editing side to try and make a more enjoyable video for you. Well, that's me done rambling. Again, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day. Peace.